Once upon a time, a newly married couple, Arjun and Meera, moved into an old secluded mansion at the edge of a dense forest. The house was a gift from Arjun's distant uncle, a property no one else in the family wanted. It had stood vacant for years, shrouded in shadows and silence, with local rumors calling it the House of the Whispering Walls. On their first night, as they settled into bed, Meera heard faint whispers drifting from the hallway. At first she thought it was the creaking of old wood, but then the whisper turned into a low, chilling voice calling her name. Meera, Meera. She woke Arjun, but when he listened there was only silence. Dismissing it as her imagination, they went back to sleep, but the same voice called out to her the next night, and the night after. Each night it seemed louder and closer, as though someone was standing just outside their bedroom door. One evening, they found a dusty, locked room hidden behind an old bookshelf. Curiosity got the better of them and they pried open the door. Inside, the air was heavy with an unsettling chill. There was a mirror in the center of the room covered in grime. Arjun wiped the surface with his hand, and for a fleeting second he thought he saw a shadowy figure standing behind them in the reflection. Disturbed, they left the room and shut the door tight, but things only grew worse. That night, Meera woke up with a feeling of someone staring at her. She turned to find Arjun standing next to the bed, his face pale and blank. When she asked what was wrong, he didn't respond, just stared with hollow, empty eyes. Then he whispered in a voice that was not his own, "You shouldn't have opened that door." The next morning, Arjun had no memory of standing by her bed or speaking in that chilling voice. But Meera couldn't shake the feeling that something had come into their lives that they couldn't control. As days passed, Arjun became more distant and unresponsive, often staring blankly into the mirror they'd uncovered. Sometimes Meera would catch glimpses of his reflection in the house, but when she turned, no one was there. One stormy night, she awoke to see the bedroom mirror covered in mist and a message scrawled across it. "Leave, or he will stay with me forever." In terror, she shook Arjun awake, but he was cold to the touch, his eyes lifeless as though something was draining him. In a final, desperate attempt to save her husband, Meera smashed the mirror in the hidden room. A deafening scream filled the house as the shattered glass scattered across the floor. Arjun collapsed, and for a moment it seemed as though the darkness lifted. The couple left the house the next day, but Meera would never forget the haunted look in Arjun's eyes, as if a part of him still lingered behind, trapped in the shadows of the whispering walls. Years later they heard that no one had dared to live in that mansion again. Rumors spread of a strange figure wandering the hallways at night, a shadow in the mirror, forever waiting for the next soul to open the door.